On June 10th, 2014, I travelled to Heathrow Airport and joined a team of leaders on a challenging mission to India. For we were a part of a Raleigh expedition to lead a team of extraordinary young people on their placement with the International Citizen Service. Our goal was to help communities within rural India to better their lives through education and developing their infrastructure to bring them further out of poverty. Once we arrived, we were welcomed by in-country counterparts, forming strong friendships extremely quickly.
Hello, namaskara. Hello. Hello.
This was quickly repeated for the UK volunteers on their arrival by their fellow Indian volunteers.
Welcome to Raleigh, India!
Welcome to where my team and I called home for 10 weeks. Welcome to Chanangudi Colony. The village is located in a beautiful setting, with mountains and green fields all around. But those living here are at risk from a multitude of dangers caused by their practice of open defecation. These threats can be easily neutralized by simple improvements to their sanitation facilities and an increase in awareness.
How have you felt being part of the village?
It's been awesome. It was scary at first because obviously the language barriers. None of us wanted to attempt Canada because we weren't too great at it. But since we've improved, we've become a bit more sort of known to the village and just talk to them now. And even if we can't really understand each other, just like interacting through different ways through, especially with the kids, like through games and. They're just constantly full of energy, so it's easy to interact with them.
Village is also good. Then I miss my family. So, this is a good family. I like this family, so I like this family.
Though they have access to water, it is contaminated with feces from their practice of open defecation from animals and other outside sources. This water supply is controlled by another village and is only turned on when they are free, which leaves Chanangudi Colony without water to use and results in them having to use heavily contaminated water from the local reservoir. The village relies heavily on the subsidised food rations given by the government, and the collection of these rations is generally left for the women of the village, waiting sometimes for an hour for their turn, remaining open to the elements, be it sun or downpour. You would often see groups of men being idle in the streets, while the women were constantly busy collecting food or water. For children, this lifestyle is far more relaxed and joyful than I see back in the UK and other developed countries. It is only when the reality of the world hits them, when they're teenagers, does the situation change. For the girls, this means being hidden away and controlled by their families. And the boys, some might find work, others might be lucky enough to get into further education, but most return to the streets they used to play in and sit with no purpose.
ರಾಜಪತಿ ರಾಜನೇ ಸುಮ್ಮನಿರು ಗಮ್ಮನೆ ರಾಜಪತಿ ರಾಜನೇ ಸುಮ್ಮನಿರು ಗಮ್ಮನೆ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿಲ್ಲ ಕಸರಪ ಸರಿಯಿರೋ ಆಗೋಳಪ್ಪ ಗಂತಲೆ ಗಣ್ಣ ಹಿಂಗಂತಲೆ ಗಣ್ಣ ಹಿಂಗಂತಲೆ ಗಣ್ಣ ಹಿಂಗಂತಲೆ ಗಣ್ಣ ರಾಜಪತಿ ರಾಜನೇ ಸುಮ್ಮನಿರು ಗಮ್ಮನೆ.
Being in this village, what are the main issues you've been tackling with your team?
Basic hygiene, so none of the village had a toilet before we came. Hardly any wash shoes. People not washing hands before, like preparing food and eating food. Simple things like that, and then other things like youth involvement in the village, because it wasn't too great before we came, and and trying to get the women involved as well in what goes on in the village.
The Changundi village main issue or main problem in water problem.
This was a common sight within the village. There'd be 2 masons, a member of my team, and members of the household, all of whom worked together to build the sanitation units. The welcoming and kind nature of the people we worked with always stood out for me. Their willingness to put themselves in danger to help us obtain the resources we needed. Just watch as Kumar climbs the coconut tree to obtain its leaves so that we can use them to make makeshift roofs. It might not seem like a big deal, but climbing that tree, if he fell, there was very little we could do.
Has it been successful so far?
The wash stuff, so all the hygiene stuff has. We've built 15 toilets just waiting for the roofs and stuff. Today we finalised the youth groups for the women and the men, so that was really successful. So they're going to go for training, and they've been helping us a lot in doing the construction, helping clean out the drainage, things like that in the village. Been integrating a lot more. And we've noticed a lot more kids are wearing shoes, not dropping as much litter. The village is cleaner. Built 16 tippy taps, and people are using them as well. And there's visible change, definitely.
And village people is also like good, and he's also supported, and youths are more worked in now 3 or 4 days because he was training there. So
2, 1, go. Yay!
Cut ಮಾಡಿ ಈ ಕಡೆ ನೋಡಿ open the book. ಶಿಶಿರ್ ನೀನು ಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ
ಇಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ಅದಿರಬೇಕು. ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ನೆನಪಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮಾನಸಿಕ ಸ್ಥಿತಿ ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ಆದರೆ ಅದೇನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಕೇಳೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ನಾವು ಎಲ್ಲಾನು ನಮ್ಮ ಮನಸ್ಸಿಗೆ ನೆನಪ ಹುಡುಗರು ನಮ್ಮ ಅಪ್ಪ ಅಮ್ಮ ನೋಡಬೇಕು ಅರ್ಧರಾತ್ರಿ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಟ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಾನು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ನೀವು ಹುಡುಗರು ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ.
And how have you felt about the project? Have you enjoyed it?
Yeah, it's been awesome. It's gone really quickly. At the beginning, I didn't really know what to expect, but it has been really cool. I think more so just because it's such a unique thing that to come to rural India and live in a community like this, whereas like you can travel and do all the tourist stuff separately, but this is completely different, and it's been difficult at times, but I think that's sort of made it better. And like today when we got the youth group set up, everyone was really happy, and it's just, I think everyone's really enjoyed it and just got used to village life and used to being here now.
yeah, I fully enjoyed the project, and I got some knowledge for some communication skill. Comparing first phase to second phase, I got more English knowledge.
So do you think villagers will use their toilets?
Yeah. I also thinking. I also asked some houses, some beneficiary people. He is also using the toilet. Then we are go after the using the toilets. Is easy.
Cool.
Nagaraj Gupta. I have been working with MyCaps past 32 years. So working with different programs, different activities and different capacities, and I have been associating with Raleigh from past 6 years, and 2012 onwards when the ICS begins, so I am associating with ICS directly and coordinating the program.
How do you feel ICS helps the villages that we go into?
So this is an excellent innovation and introduction to our rural community, also the youth of the Indian youth, because see, on completion of education, especially by the youth, they haven't exposed with the rural, most of our rural people, youths. So this is an opportunity for them to expose to rural, to understand the people, understand the practices, understand the cultures. So experience the village situation, how they are struggling, how they are grown, their agriculture, the marketing, the livelihood. So this is a great opportunity for youth, our youth, as well as the internationals. Then another context, so this is a great occasion for mingling a ICV with an international, share about the practices, cultures, food, understanding each other. So this is really a great opportunity provided by Raleigh to our local youth and as well as the village peoples.
True.
Even the village peoples also, they haven't exposed with an internationals since by birth. So this is a great occasion to expose and interact with an international and gaining the experiences of internationals and again sharing. That may be a food or culture or anything.
And how do you feel the project work that we do, does it have a lasting effect in the villages?
Of course, this is really amazing because normally the Indian people we see whenever a foreigner comes, we haven't expected anything from them because they are very highly qualified, highly educated, and positioned in a higher status. They don't do all these activities in a village. Actually, naturally Indian feels. But when you have come here, when you have stayed with a in comfort zone and with a minimum facility and doing a lots of work, struggling with the local people, really that is an amazing.
So, leading on from that, how are you feeling about leaving in 10 days?
I don't know if I'm particularly ready to at the moment. Living here compared to the UK is quite nice once you get used to sort of like not having home comforts. And yeah, I'm not looking forward to saying goodbye to the village and saying goodbye to like half the team, because probably won't ever like get to do something like this again. And it has been absolutely amazing. So yeah, I'm not looking forward to saying goodbye, and I could quite easily stay quite longer out here. I'm not missing home too much.
10-day living, after 10-day living, we are missing to all of my friends. This was not good. So 10 days is not come. It's more days good.
Sadly, time went quickly, and the 10 weeks was coming to an end. But I think I can speak for my team and myself that the impact that this village had on our lives would last forever.
ಮತ್ತೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು.